Apprehend God in all things, for God is in all things. Every single creature is filled with God and is a book about God. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, you got to look at me, because this is important. This is so important, it might just change your life. I have 2 words for you. Snow day. Okay, by a show of hands, how many people like snow days? So, like 20%. I love snow days. I absolutely love snow days. And you want to know why? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because God's in snow days. God is in snow days. For all of you who don't like snow days. I'm just kidding. God is in snow days. God is in snow days. And this is what I mean. This is how it plays out in my life. Okay, so it was the second snow day of this past week, the day there was actually snow on the ground. Right? And I was sitting at home. It was cold. And I was just in one of those places where kind of the weight of the world felt like it was on my shoulders. You ever feel like that? Maybe it's just a clergy curse. I just really did. I felt like the weight of the world was on my shoulders. You know, like all the news that was on TV or the radio was not good. And take your pick as to what I mean by not good. Right? Because it's all out there, right? And so that was weighing on me. What do I do about this? What kind of a world am I leaving for my kids? And on and on. Okay? And then my daily life was heavy. Because it was just one of those times where it felt like the stresses and demands of my daily life were just overwhelming to me. It was like life felt like one big task broken up into a million different pieces that I just ran from piece to piece. And that was life. Just one big task to get completed. Man, so I was just like, ugh. Yeah, and I'm feeling heavy, feeling the weight of the world, feeling like my daily routine was just killing me. And then I looked at my dog. And he's looking at me. Like he wants something, you know? And I look at him, and then I look outside, and it's like we're both looking outside. And then he's looking at me, and I like, so you want to walk? Right? And so my walk is going to be one more thing to do. One more thing to do. One more demand. So I go into the bedroom, put on 17 layers of clothes, and we go walk. And as we walk outside, you know, I'm like talking to the dog, like this is going to help. Like, oh my God, it's cold. Like he knows. And aren't you cold? It's so slippery, we're going to slip. I just know we're going to slip. And then I'm like, so just hurry up. Do what you have to do, and let's get back in the house, you know. And then he hits the snow. And you guys ever seen dogs in snow? Isn't that cool, dogs in snow? So he hits the snow, and he starts bouncing like a deer. And I'm holding his leash, and so we're like bouncing together. And you remember that song by Criss Cross, Jump, Jump? And we're walking. This is what it felt like. Jump, jump. Jump, jump. Okay, so now you got it, right? You're with me on the walk? So this is what the walk's feeling like now. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, man. It hit me, boom. Like a call from God. And I'm not overstating this, like a call from God. Don't forget to play. Because play is a huge antidote to when you're feeling so heavy and serious about life. Don't forget to play. And so then all of a sudden the whole walk starts to change. And I see kids on their sleds. And the day, though it's cold, it's beautiful with that blue, crisp sky, you know, that only cold days can have. And then all of a sudden, what I recognize in all of it is something that I say all the time but tend to forget quite regularly because of the daily rush of life. And that is, God is in it all. God's in the whole thing. The Spirit of God is built within the fabric of our lives. As our beautiful, beautiful hymn, way better than that jump song, our beautiful, beautiful hymn says, we're in God and God is in us. And I have to be reminded of that all the time. Because that's a powerful reality. And when I recognize that, not just words that are said, but when I truly experience that reality, truly experience the presence and power of God within life, and realize that behind all of life, there's a greater wisdom than my wisdom or your wisdom or anybody's wisdom, and it's at work in the world. And when I really, really experience that, like I did on that day, then I live from a place of peace. A peace, as our old blessing says, that passes all human understanding. A deep sense of peace that, come what may, through all the difficulties that life will bring, it's going to be all right. We're going to be all right. You see, it took a snow day for me to realize that. And that's why I love them. So now, show of hands. Who likes snow days? Amen.